faith and spirituality in a relationship, God is the center of everything.
Go
Oh
ahead.
my God, man.
Faith.
The Most High, it's a blessing because listen, man, faith move mountain. Guys, I have faith in everything in what I done. In the relationship from I was young growing up, I believe in myself. It's a strong belief. That's faith. Believe. Believe, not believe, cure. You understand what I'm saying to you? So if you're going out there and you might try and things might not happen, don't even give up. Have faith. You understand what I mean? When they say it might not happen today, it might happen tomorrow. That doesn't mean like it's gonna be tomorrow. Could be another 10 year down the line. Just never give up on yourself. You understand? Be strong. It doesn't matter who you are. Because at the end of the day, there's a light always at the end of the road or the end of the tunnel. You understand what I say? Don't
I
give
like to
up.
take off my glasses.
Yeah, man.
So religion is something that was fairly important in our lives. One of the things that kind of, I wouldn't say brought us together, but one of the things that we shared in common is that we had the same beliefs. We actually used to run our own church together. We became like higher members within the church itself.
Yeah,
So
it was like
so
a family run.
it was a
church,
family
wasn't it?
run
Yeah,
church,
with my
but
parents and my auntie, and yeah, it wasn't just us. It was
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so we, and yeah, as you say, family member. It was family run. It wasn't just us doing it, running the church ourselves. So religion was a very fundamental part of our relationship. However, I would say that has changed fairly dramatically, really, over the years. It's not that we've forgotten our beliefs and we don't believe anymore. We still have faith. That's something I definitely say, because we were brought up in that way in my household.
Yeah.
As you know, especially those from the Caribbean, we have a very strong, religious background, and you're just kind of just born into it, and it's just part of life, isn't it? And we share the same things, but it's definitely changed
Yeah, for sure.
over the years.
For me, faith. The question is, what's faith, and how important is it in our relationship? For me, faith is at the center of everything. Everybody knows that I have that slogan, doing it the clean-hearted way. Clean-hearted flexi. That's my name. You see, God, I'm a Christian. We're Christians. We believe in God. You understand? God is at the center of everything that Team Flexi does, at the center of my relationship, at the center of when I'm making my decisions, going in and going out. And yeah, faith is very important as well, because when you have faith, that means that you have belief. And relating back to what my partner was saying, having a strong faith and having belief is very important in yourself and to bring within the relationship. Because if you start a relationship and you already think that this relationship's already going to fail and you don't have no faith, it's, to me, I think it's ultimately probably going to fail. But before you find your significant other one, you should have been already praying these things into pass. Like, you'll see that me and Asker has known each other like for 25 years. However, we haven't been together for 25 years. You understand? So for me, faith has played a lot in my relationship, because I prayed for my right man, and Asker is my right fit. You understand? So faith played a big role in this, because I need a man to be able to support the two sides of me. You understand? Flexi by name, flexi by nature. And there's two sides of flexi. If you know, you know. I'm very ambitious, I'm also very creative and I like to have
No,
fun.
that doesn't show. She's very
I
creative.
mean, I like boringness neither. And if you know us, girl, you know, say is all of that and a bag of chips. So yeah, faith played a good thing in my relationship, and it's very important as well in keeping us together as well, because we're in the entertainment business and we get there's a lot of fight, a lot of gyro. So I feel like faith plays a lot because God shows us a lot of things that we shouldn't get into, shouldn't, you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm
Sure.
saying, baby?
Religion for us has been a journey in and out of the church, and we've kind of looked through our beliefs, and I think now we're in a very different place with religion. I think I know people are like, oh, you know, we shouldn't say wokeism and people shouldn't be woke, and well, is woke good, is woke not good? But I think we would like to say we're woke, and so we look at religion now from more of an institutionalized, systemic, suppressive, colonialist, you know, institution and organisation, and what it's done, and how dare it go around the world and tell people what they should and shouldn't believe and change people's cultures and lives and say it's this and it's that and whatever and what have you. So we're we're anti-religion, but you really have to sometimes lift the veil and see what's really going on. But in terms of our spirituality, yes, we have certain beliefs and certain practices and so on and so forth.
What makes our love work? First and foremost, it's God, because there have been times, especially early on in our marriage, where pride rears its ugly head and it's like, nah, you need to tell her about herself. You need to tell her she's in the wrong, because she is in the wrong. You did nothing wrong, bruv. Why what's going I like it's like a voice from God just like saying, listen, your feelings don't matter right now. What matters is the health of your marriage. Go talk to your wife. And it's like, I don't want to, but I have to. Because what we have is bigger than my feelings at that moment in time, you know?
Preach.
And it's never a good thing to be led by your feelings. Feelings are a good thing, like emotions, you like as a reaction to something, that's always, you know, it's healthy, but never be led by those emotions. So, yeah, God, that's what makes this work. Otherwise, whew,
Yeah.
that's all I'll say on that.
Yeah. Definitely to
Reiterate.
thank you. God, He's what makes our love work. Because one, we've both entered into this marriage. We know like this is it. Like divorce is not an option for us.
Yes.
Like if there's a problem, figure it out.
Yeah.
Even if we try and talk about it and we trying to get to a resolution might not be as quick as we might want. This is it. Like we have to work it out. This is a zone 1 like travel area, and no one else comes in here. The only people in this zone, myself, Cheze, and God. That's it. Period. And that's what makes it work. Establishing those boundaries, making sure like people who need to be in zone 1,
protecting one another.
Exactly. Covering each other and just making sure that we're on the same side here. You know, we're not against each other.
Exactly.
So that's what makes
and it's easy to forget that, especially in arguments. Like,
oh yeah. What benefit would it do me if I make him upset or, you know, like beat him down? Like, this is my husband. This is my other half. I'm literally just beating up myself.
Another thing you stole from me.
It would have been fine.
I think without question, the core thing that makes this relationship work is God. Our faith in God. I think with so much of our principles being rooted in Christ, in teachings of the Bible, all of our decisions, our mindsets, we bounce off that, and it hasn't failed us,
Yeah.
and it won't fail us whether it's in rejoicing, whether it's in mourning. We've always had that as our spine, as our backbone, and I think, without doubt.
Yeah. I'll definitely say like having like the same mentality
Mm.
and, you know, just being in the same place, having the same vision also really, really helps with relationships and just getting along in general. And friendships, just every kind of relationship. So I would say like just being on the same page constantly. That's what I would say.
God alone. So faith and spirituality in a relationship, God is the center of everything.
Yeah.
And I know that because I see it through my children. My daughter will get up and she'll write a note to God. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. I do believe I grew up in a Christian household, um, with grandma and my mom and things like that. And I think having faith, because this world can cripple you. And I feel like even if say some people don't believe in God, there is people believe in a higher being and things like that. So there are different elements to what people may call this being or things like that. But for me, God is the home of everything because I feel like I need something to go to when I can't go to friends, I can't go to my husband and things like that. Just leading in prayer, and it's how I grew up. Having that faith based for me is very important to know there's someone I can call and someone that will just listen and not going to use it back against me and things like that. And I do see the difference in my life when I pray to my God and things like that. And I see the difference in my children's life and how it impacts them and how they think of faith and things like that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, faith is very important. So I'm Muslim, and of course, my wife is Christian. But the way I guess we navigate that is that we'll teach our children both religions and allow them to choose. And there are many similarities with both religions as well, that we just essentially respect each other's religions and how
Yeah, I
we
think that's it. We
move
respect.
forward
Yeah.
really. So yeah,